Wow. Okay, so make this real quick, guys. Staying in Parole again tonight. The Best Western wasn't asking that much, but the Sonesta Suites in Parole here was like $100 flat. Well, plus a $7 parking fee, which is kind of news to me. I guess I never noticed. I should check my bills, right? But so oh wow. I stopped at this food truck that was very well rated. Very well rated. Oh, by the way, so I have 2 birra tacos and 1 taco al pastor. And on the reviews, everybody said, I mean, like almost everybody left a review said, the best birra tacos I've ever had. The best birra tacos I've ever had. And they're exceedingly good. The flavor is just amazing. What's great is, so I thought this was my beans and rice. It's not. That's of course sometimes when you ask for beans and rice, you may get red beans in the soup, you know what I mean? But it's black beans and rice this time. This is just a terrific broth that you just kind of pour on your taco. Not that they were really dry or anything, but wow, you know, you can pour as much of that on as you want. Of course, I cannot eat Mexican without a little bit of lime. I haven't even tried the sauces yet. I'm sure they're fine, but wow. These tacos are really, really good. I'm not normally a food truck guy, guys, but again, this place was really well rated, so I figured I'd check it out. Sorry, no GoPro sucks at this. So that is the birra taco. And this is the al pastor. Presumably with shredded barbacoa or maybe shredded beef. This was primarily green beef and onion. Luckily they added cilantro. I should have asked for some more cilantro on the side, maybe some sour cream. But lastly, the Sonesta Suites does great because a lot of these places have a kitchenette, right? And they don't leave you plateware and glassware and silverware. And I'm like, okay, what am I just gonna nuke it on a paper towel, or you know, what am I gonna do? And look, ba-dang, he got you covered. Now there should be a few more plates, in my opinion, but it's enough for a couple. You know, a few and 2, maybe 3. No, I guess 2 people. It's good for a couple. There's 2 glasses, 2 bowls, 2 large plates, 2 wine glasses, 2 coffee cups. So, while I think that it wouldn't kill him to leave 4, you know, it's good enough. It's good enough. So, give you just a quick look again. Really pretty cool place, guys. Can't recommend it enough. If you're in the Annapolis area or in Kent, and again, if they're just charging too much darn money, which they often do, come to Parole. Save yourself a lot of money. It's a really great setup. Again, this TV's on a swivel. Got a full couch, got a full desk. Hey, I've got a fireplace tonight. I haven't had a room with a fireplace, so that's nice. We'll enjoy that in a little bit. Basically, that's it, guys. Little Mexican food review. I just like to give a nod to places that I really like. You know, it's really not every place. I know I do a fair amount of hotel reviews and food reviews. I would not do them or recommend them, guys, if I didn't think they were really, really good and worth your money. Because again, I'm kind of a budget guy. I'm not afraid to spend a little money sometimes, but you know, I don't make a ton of it. And this really wasn't a cost-saving option tonight. I just felt like Mexican again. Oh, by the way, again, place I went last week in Kent Island. Shoot, it's in Chester. Where's my dang phone? Sorry. What was it called? You know, if you're in this neck of the woods, it's right next to Carmine's. Shoot, guys, I'm sorry. You would think I have it pinned, and I don't have it pinned. Anyways, it's in Chester. It's near Carmine's Pizza, right in the middle of Kent Island. Had a terrific experience there the other night. Let me go to my contributions. I've made a few Google reviews, not a whole lot, but let me see. Senor Chile. Sorry. As if it's, you know, I don't know. Whatever. Senor Chile, guys, in Kent Island is also fantastic. I'm somewhat of a Mexican food connoisseur. Never lived in Mexico, never lived in Texas, but I've worked at some pretty good Mexican restaurants. One was Uncle Julio's, guys. I mean, I know it's a chain, but I think they do very good. You know, they cook fresh. They're one of those places that really doesn't have much, if anything, in the freezer except for ice cream, maybe French fries. I did work at this great place in downtown Washington, D.C., kind of upscale. It was on 7th Street near Gallery Place, just south of Chinatown, and just before you get to downtown. And it's not there anymore. It was called Andale. And it was right across the street from really famous chef's place, pardon me. It was right across the street from a couple of one of Jose Andreas's restaurants, Cafe Atlantico. For those of you in the know, for those of you who are foodies, Jose Andres has really made a name for himself in the DC area. I think he either started with Cafe Atlantico off of 7th Street, between 7th and 6th Street, I think it is, or Jaleo. Jaleo is a popular tapas bar, and I think they have one or two in downtown Washington, D.C. They have one in Bethesda, Maryland. Anyways, it was a really good food district, and I worked at this place called Andale, which was somewhat contemporary and a little Americanized, but very authentic ingredients. And my God, the chef who I worked under was phenomenal. She studied in Mexico for, I don't know, you know, a few months, a year, a couple years, a little while, long enough. Wow. All I can say is if I ever meet a woman like that again who can cook that good, oh Jesus Lord, she was phenomenal. So I feel like I do have the right to make these assertions about Mexican food. And Senor Chile and Kent Island, and also, excuse me, hopefully you didn't hear that, the food truck I stopped at tonight. You know, again, I'm not a food truck guy, but sometimes when I see one that's really well rated, I'm like, okay, I gotta check this out. And these tacos are really good. So again, these were from Delicias Oaxaqeñas, as in Oaxaca. I'm probably not pronouncing this very well. Delicias Oaxaqeñas in Parole, Maryland. Check them out if you see them, to help you out. They're pretty close by the Sonesta Suites, also close to the, kind of between the Sonesta Suites and the Holiday Inn Express in Parole, Maryland, if you're ever passing through. Anyhow, guys, one more down. I'll see you later. Can't wait till my birthday. We've got a week. Can't wait. I'm going to get a lot of videos taken in Outer Banks. Hope you enjoy them. I know not many of you will, but I really appreciate you guys who do watch my nature videos, my beach videos, my hiking videos. It means a lot to me. I know that's not very many of you, but thumbs up to you guys if you do. Anyhow, I'll see ya. I'm going to get to eating the rest of this.